Hey all, Chosen1354 here, and today we are going to make a drum spinner battlebot. So we're going to go to create and do 3D design. So, if you don't already know this, there are 5 main categories of battlebots that are used in Tinkercad, as well as battlebots itself. And those 5 main categories are vertical spinners, drum spinners, horizontal spinners, full body spinners, and flipper bots. Today we are going to be doing the drum spinner bots. Now that is similar to a vertical spinner bot, except where a vertical spinner weapon is long and narrow and used for more power. The drum spinner bot is more it's wider and it's more compact, used for chewing and for bullying other bots around. So there are quite a few advantages for a drum spinner bot, and that is the fact that it is smaller and is more compact, so it's harder to move than any other battle bots out there. So that is great if you want a bot that is stable and on the ground. So what we're going to need is we're going to need a shape that is nice and small and compact. So one of the best shapes that you can use for a drum spinner is a trapezoid. And using the irregular trapezoid here, or the awkward trapezoid. This is honestly one of the best shapes that you can have. And a lot of drum spinners use only 2 wheels, and that is what we're going to be using for this one. So we'll go back to basic shapes, and we'll grab our cylinders. And we're going to set the sides all the way up, and that will give us more surface area on the tire, and that will give it more grip and stability. Because that is the key point here with a drum spinner, is stability. It is much more stable than any other bot that you can create. That is a great place for a wheel there. It's about what we want for our bot, and we're going to pick up the body about 2, or actually 1. Make it nice and low to the ground, even more stable. So making a drum weapon is a bit tricky, a bit more trickier than anything else, because it is compact and has there's some pretty odd shapes to it. It is mostly it's traditional to make it sort of like a cylindrical shape, though that's not always the case. What we're going to do, we're going to make it about that size. And what we can do is we can add some teeth to it using this. We want the teeth about that size. Alright, so that's the first tooth there. And we want about 2 or 3 main teeth. So about that way is a good basic way to make the spinner. So we can group this and make it better. And we can add 3 teeth. Group it together. There's our weapon. And we quickly do a group here. We don't want it like that. We want it more jutting out of the center like this. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, this is kind of the way I made my Heart Warrior bot. In case you want to go see that for yourselves, I will leave the link in the description. And one thing I'm noticing is that the cylindrical part here is very wide, so that won't leave a lot of room for the teeth to hit anything. It'll just be more for deflecting. So what we can do is ungroup, and we can actually shrink this under a bit. It's always good to do some editing, make sure that everything is the way you want it before you just send it out to go fighting, otherwise you're going to get absolutely demolished. So that looks good there. Normally I would put a wedge in the front of a robot, but the bot is as handicapped as it possibly can be, and has a short weapon, so a wedge would not really be ideal. Versus if you try to make a vertical spinner bot that has a weapon long enough to reach past the wedge. So we're just going to leave it like this for now, and we can now fast forward, do some editing, give it some color and all that. So I shall fast forward and see you all in a second. So this is what I came up with at such short notice. Kind of like the design, nice dull color. Alright, now we gotta give this thing some movement, some life in it. So we can go here, wait for it to load. And we can use are these motor connectors. So we just snap one on here, snap one on there, and snap one on the weapon. So those are our main point of movements. Then we can use the line tools, which is honestly basically the most important tools when it comes to setting wheels and weapons. Oh. Alright. Now we connect the motor connectors to the main body. Alright. And now to set the motor type to continuous, and you want the speed all the way up. You know, everything up, especially torque, because torque has power as well as speed. Alright. Now we set to static. Look at that. That is our spinner. Alright. So, if you guys have seen my channel here or follow me on Tinkercad, you know that I have a BattleBot series. I got a major league and a minor league. And I also got a competition coming up here soon. So if you want to enter that, usually what we will do is I have the main body as plastic, I have the weapon set to steel, and tires set to either rubber or bouncy rubber. You get to decide, and I'll just add it like that. Alright, and there's our lovely bot. Look at that. And if we set this back to regular,